A very warm welcome to all the students of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students. A warm welcome to all the students of Standard 8. Today we shall study a new topic in English grammar, that is modal auxiliaries. Hello students, I am Miss Dezal De Silva, teacher of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Will be teaching you all modal auxiliaries today. So let's get started without wasting much of our time. I request you all to take down notes whenever possible. But I request you all to take down notes which will definitely help you all during your exams. Thank you. A warm welcome to all the students once again. Before we start with our topic, let's know what exactly is the meaning of the word modal auxiliaries. Modals are a verb such as can, could, shall, should, ought, to, will, or would that is usually used with another verb to express ideas such as possibility, necessity, and permission. So the meaning of the word models means mood, which means often we see that the speaker have different attitudes towards the speaker. He has different suggestions to give, different advice to give to a particular person, and we see that that particular person use different kind of verbs in a particular sentence to deliver that message. Also, the meaning of models can be said as to say, that is some to say to opposite person whatever is there in our mind. Okay, so that we will be studying today. Now, modal auxiliary or modal verbs are one and the same. It is very important to know which word to use in a particular sentence while speaking to an opposite person if you want to suggest or give advice to a person. So there are many types of auxiliary words which will help us to speak proper words in a particular sentence if you want to give suggestions. After 2-3 slides we will see the types of modals. Okay, and if we see the structure of modal auxiliary sentence, we see that it is subject plus helping verb. Okay, helping verb are modal auxiliary words that we will add, plus the base form of the verb will be first plus object. Now, as we have studied from over this academic, we have been studying about tenses and the verb form. So I hope you all have no doubts regarding verb form, because in the chapter of tenses and also in infinitives I had been talking about the verb form. As you all know, we have three verb forms: the base form, then V2 and V3. So the V1 is the actual base form of a particular word, and accordingly V2 and V3 the words keep changing. Sometimes it is the same, but most of the time it changes. So if we want to write a modal auxiliary sentence, then the structure will be subject plus helping verb. Helping verb is the modal auxiliary words that we are going to study, that will come, plus V1, that is the base form words will come, the V1 verbs will come, and plus object. So in modal auxiliary verbs you are going to use V1 form, the base form. Okay, that is eat, go, come. So in this particular topic, modal auxiliary, you are going to study how particular words are being used to make a complete sense to the opposite person. Modals or modal auxiliary verbs are used to change the meaning of other verbs. It is used to express, as I have mentioned, it is used to express the mood or attitude of a speaker. So when we will look to various examples, you all will understand. Let's look at these examples. The first one, you must read newspaper, you should read newspaper, you can read newspaper. In these three different sentences, we see words like must, should, can. These words are called as modal auxiliary words. Okay, if we remove these three words out, we see a sentence that is a simple sentence. You read newspaper, you read newspaper, you read newspaper. But when we add this modal auxiliary words like must, should, and can, we see that a speaker, he wants to tell something. Maybe he is advising someone, maybe he is encouraging someone, or maybe he is telling the capability of the opposite person. So now in the first sentence we see you must read newspaper. So when we look at this word or when we look at this sentence must, we see that that particular person is telling the opposite person that you must do something. You must read the newspaper. So maybe that particular person in harsh is might be telling that person that you must read the newspaper. Then in the second sentence we see you should read the newspaper. In this sentence we see someone is giving a suggestion or someone is giving advice saying you should read the newspaper. Now in the third sentence we see you can read the newspaper. Now can, this sentence is telling the opposite person that you have the ability to read the newspaper and therefore you can read the newspaper. Similarly, that the next three sentences is the same. This modal auxiliary's helping verb is so useful, it tells what opposite person should know. Okay, and we will see this modal auxiliaries words like must, could, would, should. These words are used in various circumstances. So we will be studying that, for example, the word should, why and when to use the word should, that we are going to study today. For now, I need your full concentration because this topic is very easy. It's really very easy. It is just that you should know this different types of modal auxiliary words and when are they used, when should be used, when can should be used, and therefore it will help you in your day-to-day life also. It will help you when you write your exams also, so that it can create a good impression. So now let's move ahead and know the different types of modal auxiliary words. So here we are with types of modal auxiliary words. Words like can, could, may, might, cannot, would, should, must. These words are helping verb. Okay, helping verb which are known as modal auxiliary words, which are used to make complete sense in a particular sentence. Now we will study in detail when can should be used, when could should be used, when may should be used. So it will help you all if you want to give a suggestion to your friend, then which particular model auxiliary words we should use, that we are going to study today. So let's get started. I hope you all got exactly what is the meaning of the word, definition, model auxiliaries. What are those words? And which verb form to use? What is the structure? I have given you all a clean and clear picture. Now we will study in detail each type of modal auxiliary words and when it will be useful. Now, the first type of modal auxiliary that we are going to study today is can. Now, this modal auxiliary verb can be used, or it acts like if you want to tell a particular person about his ability or his capacity or a permission. So the modal auxiliary verb can is used to show the ability of a person, it can show the capacity of the person or the permission. So with examples we will understand. Now it's very important for you all to read the sentence which and then decide what does that particular sentence mean, so that during your exam if they tell you all to identify the modal auxiliary and denote which kind it is or which work does it does, then you all should be very smart that okay, can is there, this particular sentence is talking about someone's ability or it is giving someone's permission, then yes, can, it's talking about ability, so you can write that can in is a modal auxiliary denoting ability, okay, like this. So it's very important for you all to first read the sentence properly and then decide whether it is an ability or permission. So we see that the word can is only used if you want to advise a person about its ability or capability, capacity or permission. Now first we'll look at the ability thing. I can swim. It is telling the ability of a person that yes, I can swim. It is telling about my ability. I can dance well. Okay. I can dance well. So it is telling about ability of a person that yes, he can dance well. In the third sentence, he can't speak English. Okay. In this particular sentence we see it is telling about a particular person's ability that he can't speak English, we can't run fast. So we see in these examples we see that the word can is telling about a particular person's ability, and therefore the word can is used to tell about a particular person's ability. Now, can is also used to ask for a permission. Okay, but remember, can, when you ask for a permission, it is always in an informal manner. Now, what is the meaning of the word informal manner? You all have studied formal letters and informal letters. So, informal letters are written for whom? It is written for your friends, relatives, cousins, and therefore this can be used if you want to talk with your friends, okay, in informal manner. Okay, for example, can you ask your teacher like this, that can I call you? You can't. You need to give respect to, she is your teacher and she doesn't belongs to your informal category, and therefore can is used. Okay, if you want to ask permission, the word can is used only if you want to ask someone in an informal manner. For example, you can ask your friend, can I join you? Can I call you? Can I come with you? So the word can, it also talks about the ability of the person. It also gives you, it also helps you to ask permission, but in an informal manner and not in the formal manner. Formal manner we'll be studying later, which word to use if you want to ask your principal, head. But if you want to ask your friends, okay, I know you all don't give so much respect to your friends, right? So you all ask casually, like, can I join you? Can I call you? Can I come with you? Can we go out? So in informal manner you don't show that much respect as you show for formal manner, and therefore the word can is used to show, to tell or to show ability of a person, or if you want permission. Now it can also happen that, for instance, we have, if there is any negative sentence, then what we have to do? Subject, helping verb is what over here? Can, right? So helping verb is what? Can. Then we have to add not plus verb plus object. That will be your structure of the sentence. That is subject plus helping verb plus not plus V1 form. Remember, V1 form is used for modal auxiliary words plus object. So can, you can use can in any sentence if you want to tell ability of an opposite person or about yourself, or if you want to ask permission, but that permission should be in an informal manner. Now the word could, that is one of the auxiliary, modal auxiliary word, could. This word could acts if you want to tell about a particular person's ability in the past, or the word could is also used if you want to request someone. Okay, so the word could is used as to tell the ability of a particular person in the past, or it is also helpful, it also tells if you want to request someone. With the examples you all will understand it properly. Now I could dance before my accident. Now in this particular sentence we see that that particular person's ability in the past, he is telling that I could dance before. In the past he could dance before he met with an accident. So it is telling about an ability of a particular person in the past. She could run fast when she was young. So now over here also we see that it is telling about a particular girl's ability in the past. When she was young she could run. And if any particular sentence, if you want to write it in the negative, then you have to add not just after the helping verb. That is, I could not win this time. Okay, so it is telling us that since a lot of hard work in the past, still I could not win this time also. And could is also used if you want to request someone. For example, could you please pass the bottle? Could you please explain me again? So we see that the word could is used to tell the opposite person. If you want to request someone, we have to use the modal auxiliary verb could. Could you please pass the bottle? Could you please give me that book? Could you please stand up? Request. You're requesting it. You're telling that opposite person politely. You're not being rude. Okay. So the word could is it is telling you, showing you a polite request. Okay. So it is not that you're being rude. You're telling it as a polite. You're being very polite while asking anyone that could you please pass the bottle, and you smile after you say that, right? Try it. Now if you want to ask your mother, could you please turn off the TV? You're requesting someone in a very polite manner. So could is used to tell about the ability in the past of a particular person. It is also very useful. It acts to be as a polite request. And if we see that could's past tense is can. Okay, so I can write the sentence as I can dance before my accident. So you all see that the word could is the past tense of it is can. So I hope you all understood the first modal auxiliary verb, that is can, and now we are studying could. Now let's move ahead and see other modal auxiliaries and its help. Now we are going to study our next modal auxiliary verb, that is may. Now may is used if there is some possibility or if you want to ask permission, but that permission should be in a formal manner. As I have mentioned earlier, we all now you all must be thinking, yes, permission was there in can also, but in our modal auxiliary verb can, I have mentioned that we can only use can in an informal manner if you want to ask permission. But if we want to ask permission, for example, say to your teacher or elder person, principal, then you can't tell that, can I come in? No. You need to show some respect, and therefore we have to use the modal auxiliary verb may. So may, the word may can be used if you want to tell or inform a particular person if there is a possibility, or if you want permission from a elder person or from the teacher. With the examples, your doubt will be crystal clear. In the first example of may, which acts as a possibility, I am, I may come today. In this particular sentence, we see that he is not sure, he possibility might come today. So I may come today. Okay, in the next sentence, he may call you. So he is not completely sure whether he will definitely call you, but he is just telling that possibility he may call you. Then they may not attend the lecture. So if a teacher asks you, why is Rohan not coming today? So you all might say that they may not attend the lecture. You see, even might is coming. I'll tell you the reason why might is coming. Oftenly, may and might goes hand in hand. Okay, are you all understanding? And therefore, we can also use might or may for possibility. But over here, we see that may is used to tell exactly if there is any chance of a person to come for a lecture or whether he's coming today. So in the last example, we see we may not participate in the competition. The possibility is less. We may or we may not. Okay. So we see that the word may, the auxiliary word may, is used to tell about a possibility, whether we are possibly aware or we are able to attend the lecture or competition. And it is may is also used for permission but formal manner, and can is used for informal manner if you want to ask permission. But over here we see may is used to ask for a permission, but it should be in a formal manner. For example, may I come in, sir? May I drink water? So in the class, if you want to drink water, you ask your teacher, teacher, may I drink water? You, you often don't say, can I drink water? That is not the correct sentence. Okay. So the word may, okay, is used if you want to ask permission from your parents, not from your parents, I'm so sorry, from your teachers, your principal, anyone who is elder to you. Or for example, if you are new to a particular place and if you visit a restaurant, so you see that the reception always tells you that, may I help you, sir, with whatever you need. So you see, in a formal manner, the opposite person also asks if you need anything, and therefore this word may is used as a possibility, and also it is used to ask permission but in a formal manner. Now, as I mentioned earlier, may and might are somewhat closely connected, but might is this modal auxiliary word might talks about less possibility. Okay, now what is the meaning of the word less possibility? We see that in the following sentence, it might rain today. Less possibility. By looking at the weather, we think for a second and we say, yeah, it might rain today. Or we say that it might not rain today. So you see, less possibility words, less possibility things happening. Okay, and therefore we use the modal auxiliary verb might. In the next sentence, we might go to Pune this week. We are not sure, but we are planning. Okay, we might go. Okay, she might not pass this exam. Less possibility, since she might not be studying, so we can say that she might not pass this exam. Okay, then if you're going for a trip and if your friends are late, okay, and if your teacher asks where are they still, and what response you give, check, think, come on, think what response you give. You tell your teacher that teacher, might be they will be late for like 5 to 10 minutes. So might, less possibility. So we use the modal auxiliary word might to show less possibility. And if there is any negative sentence, then we have to add not just right after the helping verb, the modal auxiliary verb. Okay, now please note, may and might are interchangeable. Might is used for less possibility than may. While making any sentence negative, always add not after the modal auxiliary verb. Might is used to show remote possibility, as I have mentioned earlier, less possibility, and might is mostly used with the reporting verb in the past. Okay, now we shall move ahead with our next modal auxiliary verb, that is must. If you just write down in your book, no, for example, uh, could can be used as polite, request, or ability in the past. So it will be helpful for you all to check your quiz in the end of the lesson. So if you can just note it down that okay, must is used for this things, may is used for this things, might is used for this things. So once you get that proper structure, it will be helpful for you all. So must is used in a particular sentence if you want a particular person should be aware. Now, for example, must is mostly used as a compulsion or obligation. What is the meaning of the word obligation? To do one's duty. Okay, so you can add must in a particular sentence if you want that this particular sentence, compulsion means you have to do, you don't have a choice, you must do it. Okay, that is the meaning of the word compulsion. In Hindi we can say majburi, we have to do, you don't have any choice, you have to do. Okay, and the word obligation means duty. Okay, and the following examples you will understand it better. Now let's see. For example, you must do your homework, you don't have a choice, you must do your homework. Okay, then so it is a compulsion, you don't have any option, you have to do. In the next example, we must wear helmet while riding a bike. Not only in bike, while riding a cycle also you should wear your helmet. Okay, so it is a compulsion, you have to do it. Okay, we must follow the traffic rules, it's our duty, obligation, we must follow it. And if you want to write any negative sentence, then you know what you have to write. You have to write add, not just after the helping verb. That is, we must not use plastic bags. We must not spit on the road. So we see that in this particular sentence, the word must is used for a compulsion. The meaning of compulsion means you have to do, you have no other choice. You must do that work. You must sit down quietly. Compulsion. You must not get out of this room unless I tell you. Okay, an obligation means duty. So the word must is used as a compulsion or an obligation. Obligation means duty. Okay, now we shall move ahead to our next modal auxiliary verb, that is should. Now the word should is used if you want to give an advice to a person or a suggestion. Okay, so we use the word should if we want to advise a person or give suggestions. For example, you should eat healthy food. You're advising a person. You should speak in English. Advising. You should not eat junk food. A kind of a suggestion. Young children should not use mobile phone. So it's giving you suggestion. So if you want to give any suggestion or if you want to give any advice, then you have to use the modal auxiliary verb should. And I forgot to mention you all earlier that the word may, as I've mentioned, that may is used to ask for a permission or permission, but also that in a formal manner, that is school, college, office, elder, etc. And may can also be used as if you want to give wishes and blessings to a particular person, like may God bless you, may you come back soon. Okay, so wish and blessings also. I just forgot to mention them. Okay, I'm sorry for it. So here we are with our last modal auxiliary verb, that is would. Okay, and it is the past tense of will. So whenever we write in a particular sentence will, its past tense will be the wood's past tense of will. Okay, so would is used to show a polite request over here also, but polite request as in you are getting to know the opposite person's request. Okay, by politely saying, we will move, I'll tell you which one is that polite request. Then it also talks about our past habits, unreal situations, certainty, future intentions. So we use the word would. Now over here, the meaning of polite request means icha or an offer including a wish. For example, would you like a cup of coffee? You are asking the wish of an opposite person politely. That is known as a polite request over here. Okay. Yeah, if in a particular sentence, if you want to ask their wish, then you have to use the word would. Would you like to play cricket? Okay. I can give you one more example. I would like to say something. It is telling the wish of a particular sentence, a particular person, that he would like to say something to you. Okay. Now moving ahead to our another examples, that would can be used as a polite request, but to including the wish of an opposite person, past habit, unreal situation, certainty, future intentions. So over here we see examples. Her mom will be going to the market today. Her mom will be going to the market today. So in this particular sentence, we see that there is some kind of certainty, not sure. Her mom will be going. Okay. He would go there at once. Now in this particular sentence, we see that he would go there. He would go there maybe in the future. We don't know. Okay. So it is telling that he would go there. He would go there at once. Okay. Now we shall move ahead to our next example. That is, okay, I would like to learn to play the violin. So now in this particular sentence we see, we'll repeat the sentence once again. We see that I would like to learn the violin. I would like to learn to play the violin. So future intentions. I would like to learn to play violin. I would like to learn how to draw. Okay, future intentions. So would is used. So we see that in this particular sentences, we see that it is telling us about a future intentions. Also, it is telling us about the past habit. It is also telling us about polite request, including the wish of the opposite person. Also, it is telling us about certainty and future intentions. So, if you cancel would and write will also, it will make sense. I will like to learn to play the violin, and you all know that will is used in future tense. It is talking about future. Okay, so word would is used for all these things, and now we will move ahead with an examples. And I know you all are very smart enough now to tell identify which would, when is may used, when is would used, when is should used. Okay, now pick out the modal auxiliary in each sentence and state what it denotes. She could not perform well in the opera. So when is could not written, when is could not used? Think for a second. The word could not. The would, when is the word could used? It can be used for polite request. It also tells about the ability in the past, ability of a person. So could not is a modal auxiliary denoting ability. Amit might need his father's permission. Might means what? Less possibility. Excellent. Permission to accompany his friends for a overnight camp. So might is a modal auxiliary denoting possibility. She would. Now would is there. Come on, think. Would is either talking about past tense. It will either talk about a polite request including the friend's wish. Past habit, unreal situations, further intentions. So let's see. She would scold him and hit him with a wooden spoon. So would is, it's a, you can say it's a habit. Okay, it is this particular sentence is showing a habit of a particular sentence about a particular person and how she used to behave in the past. So she would, okay, she would scold him and hit him with a wooden spoon. So it is a modal auxiliary denoting past habit. May I, now may is written. Now why when may is used? May is used for seeking permission from whom? From formal manner. Okay, very good. May I call the great Pandit? So may is a modal auxiliary denoting seeking permission. So you will have to write like this, okay, if they ask you. Revati would sit on the bench and watch your potted plants. So we see that what Revati used to do, Revati, sorry, in this particular sentence, Revati would sit on the bench and watch her potted plants. Word is there. So very good. It can be, it is the past habit of a particular person that she used to like to sit on the bench and watch the potted plants. I hope you all have become scholars now in modal auxiliary, I feel. Now let's move at the last examples. Sometimes they will tell you all to identify the modal auxiliary verb and denote which of its type it is, and sometimes they will tell you all to transform a particular sentence using or removing the modal auxiliary verb. So you can rewrite the sentence putting in the modal auxiliary or remove them, and you may have to make few changes in the sentences. For example, see, I can draw quite well. So you have to rewrite using able instead of the word can. Okay, the model auxiliary word is can. So we have to cut down can, and instead of can you have to write in that particular place able, and you have to create a sentence. Okay, so if you write I able to draw quite well, it doesn't make sense, and therefore I'm using the additional word. Since the action is continuous, we see it's in the present tense, so and therefore I have used I am able to draw quite well. Instead of can you have used am. Then in the second sentence, I can't draw in this light. So instead of can't you have to use rewrite using possible. So you have to cut down the model auxiliary word can't, and you have to write instead of that place you have to write the word possible. Now see, that particular sentence is a negative sentence, and therefore even you have to do that particular sentence into negative only. So if you write I not possible, it doesn't make sense. So you have to try. It is not possible for me to draw in this light. So certain changes to make a correct sentence we have to write. The next, you may draw whatever you like. Rewrite using permission. Instead of may, you have to use the word permission. So it is in that particular sentence you see that someone is giving permission. Okay, and therefore it is written that I give you permission to draw whatever you like. Now, in the next sentence, we would probably draw a portrait. Rewrite using might. Instead of the word would, model auxiliary, you have to write might. So he might draw. He might probably draw a portrait, or he might draw a portrait. Both one is right. Now see, it's very important for you all to read whatever is there in the bracket. Now see, isn't it possible in our country? Rewrite beginning with can't. So we have to start the sentence with the word can't. So can't it be possible in our country? Okay. In the last sentence we see Alivia had not been able to enter the Madras University. Rewrite using unable. So instead of the word able, we have to write unable over there. Okay. So let's see how it is going. Olivia was not unable to enter the Madras University. Okay, so I hope this concept is clear of modal auxiliary verbs. They often tell you all to identify and denote which of its type it is. And in this rewrite transformation of the sentence, they will tell you to remove out modal auxiliary verb, and instead of that you have to use this particular words, and make sure that that particular sentence is having a subject, is having a object, is having that particular word, is having a verb. The structure of any sentence is subject plus verb plus object. So whenever you write a sentence, make sure you have all these three, and if any sentence is negative, then even you have to make that particular sentence negative. Okay, so you'll have to keep trying, making sure that that particular sentence makes sense. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so here is a chart you all can say, which will be helpful for you all during your exams, and you all will understand when to use can, could, may, might, must, should, will opposite word is would. Okay, so this will help you. For example, whenever you all are very busy students, you all don't like to take down notes, so I have to prepare a chart for you all. Okay, so see over here, you can see when can be used, when would can be used, when may can be used, when might can be used, when must can be used. You all can take a screenshot of this, and it will be very helpful for you all during your exams. So I hope this video was very helpful for you all, and I hope you all enjoyed this. This lesson is quite simple. Just if you all know when these all words and what are the uses of it. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Stay safe, stay healthy.